I'll take over, Claire. Hello and welcome to Come to the Ball Presents Weekly Weird News. That was Claire, she's very drunk. Yay! It's our Christmas party tonight. I'm joined by Mike as always.
Hello.
I'm Ben, and Pete is here as a guest.
Hey.
You heard him on our last episode. He's back.
Hello.
Alright, this is a little side project we do where we talk about some random or weird shit we found on the net this week that's made us laugh, cry, or cringe. And what we got first, featuring one of the saints of the show. Pete, I've got to explain this to you, and Claire to a point because she's drunk and won't remember. There's three patron saints of the show. There's Saint Alex.
Right.
Alex Jones.
Yep. Saint Ike.
David Icke.
Right.
And Saint Tony.
Tony Blair.
Noted war criminal.
Right.
It's the patron saint of bullshit.
Basically. And then we have friends of the show, such as Satan, Bigfoot, lizard people.
Massive fan of Bigfoot.
Me too.
Yeah, man.
So, from the patron saint of Alex, we get the headline that he suggests that Biden caused the lethal Kentucky tornado with a weather weapon in what is allegedly his latest unhinged rant. Or is he true? Is he speaking the truth? Who can say?
Well, I've got to think about what's the motive for this.
Distraction, Mike. Fear.
Right.
Fear and distraction, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Global warming.
Global warming. Well, the lack of global warming because they're causing it. Maybe we'll find it. The far right shock
wouldn't you
jock.
cause it in like Canada or something?
Now you've got to instill the fear in your own people, haven't you?
Okay.
The far-right shock jock spuriously claimed a speech about a hypothetical geoengineering weapon as proof that the US government has the power to control the weather.
Was this HARP?
Yes, it would be HARP, I'm guessing, yeah.
It's nothing new.
No.
Apparently, there's like 100 years. No, not 100 years. When did Mao come into power?
The 50s?
Yeah, anyway, they did a centenary or whatever for them. Beijing. They seeded the clouds.
Mao. General Mao.
Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao.
I told Mike's cat about Chairman Mao once, didn't want to shut him about it. All he says is Mao, Mao. Had to get it in there,
Dad
sorry.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they apparently seeded the clouds to stop it raining over Beijing recently.
Right. See, I heard about that as well.
And we uncovered, didn't we, in our episode Geoengineering and Chemtrails, that, what's his name? Bill
Gates.
Bill Gates.
Who could you forget Bill Gates?
I think then.
You know, that Bill
He's had a
guy.
cider, he's off, that's it.
He's come out with that he's behind a geoengineering.
He's not come out with it, he's behind a geoengineering project.
To block out the sun.
So if
He's not Mr. Burns!
That's what the title of the article was, wasn't it, Claire?
Yeah, it was. And if he's willing to come out of it in the mainstream media, what's he doing behind the mainstream media? Me and Mike are arguing against Ben.
Alright, I don't deny that geoengineering has and can happen, but I deny the chemtrails. The chemtrails is just, no, sorry. Pete?
Chemtrails?
I'm falling off the fence. I'm on the fence, but I'm kind of
He's with me on the fence.
falling away.
There's someone else on the fence with you,
Oh,
Ben?
for fuck's sake, that makes you a majority some of the time.
I'm on the fence, but I am falling off the fence towards... Dum, dum, dum. Bullshit.
Thank God for that.
I'm the opposite side and I'm falling towards it's true.
There is things that make me think, well, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. Because
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but I would hope that, because obviously the pilots themselves have to activate it.
There's too much of a cover-up, it's too many people to
Oh
be
no, I don't
quiet.
believe that it's like public planes that have been doing. I think it's private,
Like
military.
almost like military jets.
Yeah, there's not
and
enough
things like
military
that.
jets to do that across
High
the
up in the
country.
atmosphere, Ben.
There's not enough.
Well, they might even use weather balloons then to just distribute it? Who knows?
I don't know, but
Anyway, we're not on about them.
yeah, that's
Tornadoes.
true. Tornadoes. Alex Jones has suggested that the devastating tornadoes that wreaked havoc across Kentucky and 5 other US states last week are actually caused by President Joe Biden wielding government, quote, weather weapons, end quote. Mr. Jones, a far-right radio shock jock and prolific conspiracy theorist, spuriously claimed a 5-year-old speech about theoretical ways to stop global warming as proof that the US government has been working on dangerous weather control technology, which they probably have. Yeah. You want to win a war? Control the weather.
Yeah.
If it rains on their side and doesn't on yours,
you can flood them out.
Flood them out. You could cause a drought.
Freeze them out.
Freeze them out.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Guarantee they've worked on. They've tried it at least. I'll guarantee it. I mean, for God's sake, they wanted to nuke the moon at one point just to see what had happened. I mean, come on. And so the question is, quoting Alex Jones, he asked, referring to Mr. Biden's administration, did they use weather weapons to cause the tornadoes? That's a legitimate question to ask. Is it, though? I mean, yes, it is, because it takes his distraction away from COVID. They've approached 800,000 deaths in America now.
How would they ever prove or disprove it?
Well, that's not... Well, we're on about the weather weapons or COVID.
Yeah, the weather weapons.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. That's a whole different episode for a whole other time.
I mean, tornadoes are a natural thing.
They have a lot of them.
They happen in America a lot. Although the most...
you disprove whether it's create. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You can't prove or disprove it.
Do you know which country has the most tornadoes?
United Kingdom.
Correct.
Wow. Me and Claire both said United States.
No.
I just said, yeah.
The UK does.
Yeah.
But they have more powerful ones, don't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
I mean, we get little dust devils and little tiny things and...
They're mainly out off the coast. Things like that.
Could Bill Paxton release a load of things into it? Could Bill Paxton ejaculate a canister of sensors into that tornado?
No, because he's no longer alive.
Well, could he in theory?
No.
Hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Maybe.
Say we got someone to resurrect him. A fucking...
A necromancer.
No, because they are off the coast. They're not... That's why they don't bother us. They may...
Unless you're on a ship.
Well, yeah, probably. And you probably find there's a lot of water spouts created as well. But yeah, the UK is amazing fact, really.
It is.
Most people, like you say, would be thinking the Windy City, bloody all that kind of place in America and that, and Kansas and such.
Well, Kentucky. At least 74 people have been confirmed dead in Kentucky, and 100 are still missing due to the tornadoes on Friday night.
Do you know that Amazon warehouse or some place, an Amazon place, wouldn't let their workers
They
go
wouldn't?
home?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's been recent.
And a candle factory.
Yeah, it was Friday,
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't let their people go home or something like that, and there's been a major tornado.
It's ripped through the Amazon warehouse. And it's killed people.
And they said if you go home, you haven't got a job in the morning.
Oh,
And there's no law in America saying that if it's unsafe to work, the workers have got a right to go home.
Own decision.
It's down to the discretion of the business owners.
Yeah. And that's I think I'm the same in the UK, mate.
No.
When we had you remember? Oh man, we're probably talking like 10 years ago now. We had massive snowfall. I was doing work on a Friday night, and I fucking trekked to work on that Friday night. Honestly, I was stuck in Wellington.
15 miles!
I walked, it would have been about an hour's walk without the snow, but it took me about...
Two pairs of boots, I did.
I did, and 3 pairs of long johns. And sometimes I got erect to put my dick in the snow. No, I just put my dick in the snow. Measuring the depth.
Yeah, it's gone 4 mil.
Up to 10 now, are we? Inches. I forgot where I was with that completely. Let's go.
To work.
Some scientists.
Some snow.
Anyway, dozens more deaths have been across Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, and Illinois. Sorry, Arkansas. I always say it wrong. I always say Arkansas.
Looks like Arkansas.
Yeah.
It does.
I'll
Where
stick
is
to
it?
you on that.
There.
The third
Oh,
line
yeah,
down. Look.
It's actually Arkansas.
No, you're right. I would have probably said Arkansas. Arkansas!
That sounds like Egyptian then.
Yeah.
Arkatas.
Imhotep.
Imhotep Arkatas. For fuck's sake. Some scientists have said that climate change may have played a role in the disaster, which featured the longest tornado damage path in recorded US history.
That's the problem, isn't it? That climate change is exacerbating the already bad conditions, the wild weather. So I'm putting it down to that rather than Biden controlling the weather.
No, Biden controls the weather. I'm with Alex.
And climate change is just natural, I think, more than anything.
Well, I
So
think it is, but I think you can see that we've had a massive
Speeding it up,
effect.
100%.
Yeah.
We've certainly, I think we can all agree that we've certainly had an impact on the
It'd be impossible
speeding up process.
It'd be impossible to not see that, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
scientists since the 50s, 60s have been saying we should probably be due another ice age.
Yeah.
You know, so the
I think
planet.
Alex Jones is definitely clutching at straws here for.
Well, he's desperately trying to remain relevant because of his Sandy Hook laws. Oh, sorry, shit, you can't say that. Because of his SH lawsuit, where he lost. So he's just trying to remain a little bit relevant, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is a shock jock, isn't he?
Yeah.
He says things that he's trying to get listeners, so he says he makes claims.
Yeah. I think he starts with a kernel of truth.
Is he American, is he?
Yeah.
You've not
From
heard
Texas.
of Alex Jones?
No.
Really?
Pete.
I've heard of an Alec Jones, but he's a singer.
Wow.
Yeah, let's look at the snowman.
That's some homework
I think that's why I hate Christmas, you know.
That was just a little Christmas reference for the Christmas party.
Yeah, a little bit of homework.
You know,
for
I think
this
the
week.
snowman-
Go
Alex
research
Jones.
Alex
I've
Jones.
never. I think I've recognised his face. I think I've seen him. If that's Alex Jones
Turn the
right there.
frogs
Yeah.
gay.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
I
has
think-
many acclaim. Just Google Alex Jones, you'll find shit.
Yeah, I just don't think I've ever
But
really come
He's a
across him.
very right wing.
But at the start, when he was infiltrating,
Dramatiser.
what's the name of that place? Fucking the camp where they all go to, where the rich and the elites go. Weaving spiders come right
yeah.
here.
He's invaded Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. When he's infiltrating that, you're like, well, that's fucking actual journalism.
Well, he was with an English journalist from Channel 4 at the time.
John Ronson,
Yeah.
who did the Men Who Stare at Goats. That's worth a look too. Were the weapon? I don't. You know, I don't deny the US have been like tinkering with that shit.
Yeah, but I don't think in this
But I don't
case-
think we're up to. I don't think we're up to that level
No,
yet.
no.
Otherwise, why not just like flood the Iraqis out?
Yeah.
Make it more like Western weather. You know, well,
Yeah.
they haven't even got to repaint the tanks then. Look at it that way.
That's a good point.
Keep them all in green. Just flood them out. Literally, our stuff is designed to function in Western European conditions of wet and fog and all that. Why just make it better for us rather than fighting an unwinnable war in the desert?
Yeah.
But there was talk recently of the fact that there has been these major floods in different places, in London, in all these different cities, in Egypt.
In London?
Yeah.
Well, as
Talking-
Thames Barry was full.
I think we're talking like 6 months ago, maybe these were happening. There
Well,
was
in Germany,
floods,
wasn't
or-
there?
There was one, yeah, and there was like, they were really bad floods.
Yeah.
And there was talk that was part of all this bullshit he's talking about.
Yeah.
But you do wonder whether there is truth into it, because again, there's different reasons why.
I think you can
Different
explain
theories
yeah.
why these floods were occurring, all coming from the same. Like they were all like, this is weather manipulation. This is to do such and such. We're flooding London to do this. We're flooding Germany to do that. There was reasons for flooding it.
Yeah.
But to go into that would just bring up a whole new episode.
Absolutely. Yeah.
100%.
And there will be a half episode one day.
Dumbs and things like that. It's all to do with that. Apparently,
Yeah.
this is one of the theories.
And the hum in Alaska, which everyone hears apparently.
Yeah.
Claire?
Even here, you hear it within the UK as well.
Apparently, yes.
Noises.
Apparently,
We did an episode
we
on
did
it,
an episode
yeah.
on that. Claire, any opinions on that?
We move on.
Move on, yeah. I'm reading my piece of news.
Okay, next up.
Oh god.
Can I just point out again that Claire has nailed like half a litre of Bailey's. So she's going to be a little bit quiet and a little bit shrieky. It's going to work.
I'm trying to read my piece of news to make sure I don't fuck it up too much.
So North Koreans banned from laughing for 10 days to mark Kim Jong-il's death.
Didn't he die years ago?
Yep, it's a 10-year anniversary, which I didn't know, actually.
Oh right, hence why they can't laugh for 10 days.
Yep. Actually, it's 11 days. They've added an extra day because it's the 10th year anniversary.
That's disgusting.
Well, I know that he was very lonely.
Lonely.
I'm so lonely.
No, I always get mixed up. It's not North Korea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in honour of the 10th anniversary since their former leader Kim Jong-il's death, North Koreans have been banned from drinking and laughing.
Drinking
I
as
guess
well?
Alcohol, yeah.
Oh, uproar!
During the 11-day mourning period, residents must refrain from drinking alcohol, shopping, and even laughing.
Shocking. It's like, they can go grocery shopping, but not on the day of his death.
You had to laugh inside your own home when you're watching, some sitcom of the evening.
Oh, mate, they fucking...
You
all
know,
that's on
those homes are all bugged.
Yeah. They're all bugged, and all that's on the telly is fucking promotional videos of fucking Kim Jong-il, sorry.
I had my new Virgin box too.
No, they've got none of that.
I know, but someone said, that's bugged, that is. One of my friends that was inside my house, that's bugged, that is. They're going to be listening to everything. I was like, surely the Amazon's listening to everything that we're listening,
Yeah, no more than Alexa is, but no more than your phone is right now.
Yeah, so, should I be any more paranoid? No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, be very paranoid.
All that shit. Don't live like that. Drink some more Baileys.
Not if you're in North Korea.
Not if you're in North Korea.
Treated as a criminal, sent to a camp, never sin again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, even if your family member dies during the mourning period, you're not allowed to cry out loud, and the body must be taken out after it's over.
If they die on day one, you got to keep a dead body in your house for 11 days.
Oh.
And you can't cry out loud.
Yeah.
I think your neighbours here, yeah, that's it.
You can't celebrate a birthday.
So if it's 10 years of mourning, why aren't they allowed to cry?
They're not allowed to cry in private, they have to cry in public.
Right.
Because they're into the leader.
Well,
You only cry for the lead, you can't cry for your loved ones that have died.
No, just the leader. Just Kim Jong... Oh, God, I always get it wrong. Kim Jong-il. You want to do a dictatorship right? Look at North Korea.
It's a different fucking world, isn't it?
It's mad,
3
isn't it?
generations now. They're up to 3 generations of supreme ruler.
Supreme ruler.
Supreme leader, even.
Reader.
Weeder.
3 generations. That's how you do. That's how you do a dictatorship. How many dictators have made it past generation 1?
Purely.
The original guy. None of them, virtually.
No.
Genghis Khan. I say Genghis because Dan Carling says Genghis, and I go with him. Hardcore history.
Genghis sounds harder.
Genghis.
Genghis sounds like a wetter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still.
Genghis.
You meet Genghis Khan and you tell him that. Oi, Khan, your name sounds like a right pussy. You're right, Genghis.
Yeah.
He's gonna have your fucking head off before you can say Genghis.
Oh, my name is Genghis.
Yeah, Genghis.
Have you ever heard the Mongolian metal band called The Who? H.U.
No.
Oh, I sent you the fucking link and no one listened to it. Oh, it's gutting.
Sorry.
It's Mongolian metal. Fucking awesome. I think I mentioned it before. Sorry, Mike. Carry on with the article.
That's it, really. It's barrel laughs in North Korea for the next 10, 11 days.
Messed up, innit, that?
Yeah.
You can't laugh. 11 days, technically.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Go on, Claire.
Police baffled over theft of entire 58-foot high bridge in Ohio a month ago.
That is impressive.
You know, previously when we said no one's ever stolen anything that big.
Yeah.
That's where I said, oh, I've got an article that's going to disprove that.
Thieves dismantled the entire structure and stole it. Fucking hell.
Officials said they have never heard of anything that large stolen ever in their whole careers. Yeah, they dismantled the whole 58-foot bridge installed in a field near the creek of Archon, Ohio. The police later said that the entire structure disappeared from its original location.
Claire, you're better when you're pissed.
I know, yeah, I'm doing alright, I know. I'm
just driving
really
along.
concentrating, guys. Honestly, I'm like crossing my eyes just to see the words on my phone.
Just imagine driving along and, you know, I'll just take the shortcut over the bridge.
I'll just take that. I'll just take that bridge over the Archon Creek. Oh shit!
It's gone. The bridge, officials said, was installed in the early 2000s as a part of the restoration project, but the city later decided to use it as another project and kept it in a field for later use.
Ah, so it wasn't in use.
It was just sat there.
Oh, it was just on a
They
field.
still nicked it.
Yeah. Still amazing.
Why would they just leave it on a field?
Because they're gonna get. It costs a lot of money to put that kind of shit into place. You gotta put the foundations in. You gotta concrete them into the riverbed. So it's just like, hey, you know, and then you gotta put the actual bridge in, which is gotta be toughened to take a certain amount of weight every day.
Someone's clearly very paranoid American, like you get, and they've built a moat or something. Ah, shit! Now I gotta get over it. I know where there's a bridge. God damn it! Let's go get it.
It's a fucking drawbridge for some prepper, innit? That's what it's been relegated to. It's a drawbridge for a prepper. And who doesn't want a moat? Can I ask
I want a moat.
Do you want a moat?
The MPs wanted a moat a few years ago. It was on their expenses, wasn't it?
Claire, would you like a moat?
Clean out their fucking moat.
I know.
I'll clean out your moat, you motherfucker.
I always
Claire.
say if I won the lottery,
I'm gonna shit in that guy's moat.
I'd build a little castle, modern, but it would be in the style of an old school castle, fully mod con, but I would definitely have a moat with a full-on drawbridge.
Oh yeah,
Proper drawbridge though. Nothing modern about it. It will be big, huge, wooden, metal studs.
Oh, the portcullis, and you've got to have an oil trap.
Everything, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Man-eating crocs in the moat.
Oh, I've already thought I'd have man-eating creatures within the moat. Definitely.
And you have the oil trap. Because the portcullis is not just one metal thing that slams down. You trap some of the enemy in there,
and then burn them,
and then you throw down the oil on them and set them on fire. God, medieval warfare was fucking badass, wasn't it?
It was horrific, wasn't it?
It was horrific. Is there any way we can kill them? We'll do it.
So, Lieutenant Michael Miller of Akron Police Department told News 5 Cleveland, "I have not heard of anything that large, albeit dismantled, but actually stolen. I can't think of anything comparable in my 22 years at the Akron Police Department." The thieves dismantled the entire structure, which is 10 feet wide by 6 feet high and a span of 58 feet. And it was took from the field. Fucking hell.
They can't sell it for scrap, it's worthless.
Why is it worthless?
Because the material used in the bridge, polymer based, is useless as scrap apparently.
Oh mate, polymer, you can melt that down, get into plastic bags, all
A
sorts.
few pictures here, it looks flimsy as fuck. I'm not going to read on because I'm quite drunk.
The robbery of the bridge has cost the city $40,000 and police are hoping the local community members will come forward with information about the thieves.
Did you see anyone carrying a bridge down the road?
Hey, anyone that's been carrying a lot of lumber and polymer based materials.
You've got to be asking if they know how to build a drawbridge.
If you pay the local pikers enough and they knock your door, they'll build you anything.
Right.
Didn't we have a story where Russians stole a bridge?
Yes, we did. They stole a live bridge.
Yeah.
The Russian mafia did. Yeah, stole a live bridge.
That's how you
yeah.
do it, innit?
Yeah.
Russian mafia to do it in style. Probably all drunk on vodka at the same time.
Oh, you give vodka to a Russian mate is like having like one man turns into 10. They get that look, that glassy look in their eyes. They believe they're the real man, and then they just fucking go for it. That's how they won World War II, and it's worked for them since. From before the Soviet Union, wasn't enough vodka. They were drinking too much Pepsi. And that's how Pepsi got the 6th largest navy in the world. That's a tale for another time.
Moving on.
Moving on. Oh, it's on the Daily Star.
There we go.
I saw hell during Brush with Death. It stank, and there were piles of aborted babies.
Yeah.
That's probably down on the whole process.
Yeah, Merry fucking Christmas.
Yeah. Sounds like Butlins.
What experience have you had in that, Mike?
Stank, and there were piles of aborted babies everywhere. You know what I
What an
mean?
adult weekend.
It's got a bit downhill nowadays.
No, it's one of those 18 to 30.
Yeah. 18 to 30s holiday.
In that case, I can probably believe it.
Yeah.
Kathy McDaniel had a near-death experience after she was put into a drug-induced coma. I think there's a clue to this.
Go.
Because of lung failure, and she's now written a book about reaching the afterlife. There's no one to Australian there. The last thing the doctor told Kathy McDaniel before putting her into an induced coma was to go to sleep and that she wouldn't remember a thing. She had been placed on a ventilator after suffering lung failure, and medics feared she wouldn't make it. And she spent 3 weeks in the drug-induced coma, where she vividly remembers waking up in a dangerous foreign realm. As a quote. There she encountered...
Wales.
Say what?
Wales.
Wales?
Dangerous foreign realm.
That's in Scotland and all that.
Well, yeah.
There she encountered tormenting demons, aborted babies, and said that she was even abused by a group of men who told her that they had AIDS.
Fucking hell.
But then she described bursting into heaven, which was bliss like no other. Ah, so it still sounds fucking tragic at the start. How long was she? Clearly she wasn't in heaven very long, because 22 years later she's now published a book called Misfit in Hell to Heaven Expat, which is not a catchy title.
No. Far from it.
No.
And she is not an attractive woman.
She just looks
I'm
like
horrid.
she just looks like a religious kind of.
If you ask me to name...
I love Jesus kind of.
If you ask me to picture a woman who
She's
believes in
Karen.
Jesus, is part of the Women's Institute, and goes to church every Sunday, that woman would be the picture I'd draw in my head. She's now 75, which also could be the onset of dementia, who knows. She quotes, "My memoir traces my family history, mostly British, with a bit of Irish, to my...
Bit of Irish in there.
bit of Irish in there somewhere. To my distressing near-death experience in 2000, on to the present, where I continue sharing heaven's message that no one need go to hell. But a place like hell is exactly where Kathy ended up shortly after being put to sleep at the turn of the century." Jesus Christ! Put to sleep is a whole different method, but a whole different meaning for humans, isn't it?
She was induced
Veterinary
coma,
talk,
wasn't
that, isn't it?
it? She was put to sleep, she was induced into a coma.
I know, but fuck me, put to sleep for humans. It's a bit fucking much, isn't it? Put to sleep's, that's
Euthanasia.
that's the whole thing that, your tragic pets come in, isn't it?
Yeah.
She described waking up in darkness before a reddish glow appeared, and Kathy, who lives near Seattle, Washington, added, "But then it got kind of misty and foggy and warm, and something smelled bad. And then I started hearing these little moans and shrieks in the background as it got lighter. That could be an orgy, Kathy." I thought, that can't be good. Well, it could be.
Could be.
And then all of a sudden this voice booms out saying, "Do you know where you are?" My mind was racing, and the only thing I could come up with was hell. And this horrible laugh came back to me, and I turned and I ran into the darkness.
Fucking
Kathy then said that she would suddenly jump into different scenarios, each one scarier than the last. One of the worst involved being in a hallway with a demon who told her that she needed to grab what was behind one door and take it into the next.
What?
Into the next door.
I don't know.
The back door.
Maybe the back
No,
door.
maybe the back door.
Maybe she's a back door lover. He, the demon, stood there with his arms across his chest and pointed. I went into this room, and there were all these gurneys with women lying on them, and they had gowns over them, and their legs were sprawled. There were people on stools sitting in front of them going between their legs. All of a sudden this doctor raised his hand. It's all bloody and stuff. And he said, "Get over here!" They were doing abortion, so he takes this poor little desecrated baby and what was left of it and put it in my arms. I was completely shocked. I was a pro-lifer on Earth.
I don't mean to laugh. It just sounds a bit like, what's that game you can play? Get over here.
Mortal Kombat. That's why I did it.
Scorpio, is it?
Scorpion.
Scorpion, yeah.
No, El Scorpio.
El Scorpio
is different from Scorpion.
Yeah. The Spanish version.
Claire's eating fudge. Claire has decided now is the time to eat fudge.
Some fudge. I need some sweet goodness.
She added, it was this huge Costco warehouse and there were piles and piles, 10 to 15 feet tall of these aborted babies. It was too horrendous for me and I couldn't stand it. I put this little thing down and went back into the hall and said, "Get back in there." He said, "Get back in there." I said, "I'm not going back. I'm not doing that."
In American accent.
No, I thought she was British.
No, she's from Seattle.
Alright.
She's ancestry is British.
Alright, okay.
He's in Costco. It's a Costco warehouse. We don't do Costco yet. Yet. And he just smiled and said, "You're asking for something worse." Kathy then remembered closing her eyes in fear of being pushed into a different scenario. But she said her time in the hellish realm felt like 2 years.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So it's strange as you can pinpoint that when I can't remember fucking 1 year the next.
I know, yeah, it goes so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah. But she claims the never-ending torture ended shortly after she started defiantly singing Christmas carols.
Fucking hell.
Oh. The rage of... You know what, Claire? If I'm your demon torture in hell and you start doing that, I'm letting you go. Because even I can't take that.
Sure, my mum used to send me out with like a little stick with like a little like lantern on the end with a candle in it, and some friends. And we used to dress up at Victorians and get quite a few quiddage, you know.
Mm-hmm. You forget to mention the 6-inch blade you had that you used to put. The old ladies who said, "Give us a fiver, bitch, or I'll cut you."
Yeah, and then you sang the song.
Silent night. No.
Yeah, but also, Claire, it's
They
fair
were
to
paying you to shut up.
You did grow up in in like the hippiest village of all time in Telford.
It was a lovely little village.
It was very hippie. Let's say that.
Lovely little village.
Mike, whose parents was it that used to sit there in the nude when people came round because they were nudists?
Oh, my parents.
Someone lived there, yeah.
I can't remember her name now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you know.
Miranda.
Oh, I've got a
It
friend.
was start bollock naked.
You went round the house and
Yeah.
they would start bollock naked. It wasn't my parents.
No, I think it was Miranda.
Crikey, never. I've never been round a house with the start bollock naked.
Anyway, she started singing Christmas carols and then she suddenly burst into heaven, so that's enough. Listener, what I want you to take away from this, according to this woman, is that if you're in hell and you start remembering every Christmas carol you can and start singing it very loudly, you will burst into heaven. Anyone got a response to that? The silence. Give me something.
I'm just reading what she said it was like. It's like swimming in love.
Oh.
Everything you can think of, it's wonderful times a million. I was just so happy that everything that happened before was gone. I was just in this bliss of happiness.
Chances are that means you're actually in hell because you're now having lust.
The 7 sins.
Sins.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. 7 with lust,
9
gluttony,
circles of
greed.
hell.
Greed. She's kind of explaining all of those at the minute. Swimming in love, everything you can think of that's wonderful times a million, so that's greed. You know what I mean? That could just be hell.
Oh yeah, I can see it going wrong.
Do you know what I mean? You don't know, do you?
No.
Hell's way of making you think you're getting something good. And then
But it's too good.
But then, obviously, she wasn't actually dead because she came out of her induced coma. so she didn't get to the stage where
You're saying the love
she was going to start getting gang raped by demons.
Yeah. Some backdoor loving from a demon. That was the love she was
She's an
experiencing.
easy lover. Sorry.
See, I don't particularly believe in either anyway.
No,
but
I'm an agnostic.
You know what I mean? That could just be, if it was true, that could be their way of pulling the wool over your eyes.
But it is only
it could just be a dream that she had while she was in a coma.
But it is only the religious who have religious near-death experiences. That's what I look at. I mean,
there's actually something called the God helmet.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
you put it on, it triggers a part of your brain that gives you a religious experience. It can induce a religious type
DMT
experience.
do that as well.
Yeah.
I and Oscar. Sorry, I'm only a can, Mike. You're gonna have to edit that out, maybe, but I don't care. It's like the old days, the Christmas party, it was opening cans.
Woo! So yeah.
I thought, thank God, I'm dead. I'm in heaven with him, and this is great, where the angels are and butterflies and stuff. And he said, Mary Kay, you have too much left to do. And I thought, oh no, they're throwing me out. I just said, no, Zeppelin rule, at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
I said, I want to stay here with you, and that's when he threw me out, and boom, I woke up, and these bright lights, and these people are milling around me, and I thought, oh, thank goodness, I'm back in hell. Oh my goodness, I'm back in hell. I was so confused, and my daughter said, Mom, you've been really sick, and we thought you were going to lose you, and you're back, and you're fine. Nothing to do with that massive shock being the defib paddles, and all those doctors milling around you, are pumping drugs into your body, and shocking you back to life, or you're having your religious, eclectic dream. Fuck her. That's what I say. I won't be happy till the last stone of the last church falls on the last priest.
Amen to that! Cha-ching!
Boom. Kaboom, in fact. Right.
Moving on.
Tech firm will pay you £150,000 to sell your identity to its robot. Sign me up.
So they have my identity if they want.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I don't want a robot with your face on it, Mike. Mike's dead, but there's his face all the time.
I don't think you've got to be dead here. You can just sell your identity as it is.
The way I see this, right, it's like Arnie in Terminator. You know in Terminator 4, right, Salvation, the worst of the Terminator movies. Ooh, no opposition.
No, I don't agree.
No, I like 4 better than 3.
Oh, 3's better than 4.
I quite like 3, it's quite funny.
Arnie with a fucking chain gun with a coffin on his shoulder, that's what I want my funeral to be like.
5th's the worst. Genesis was the worst.
I preferred Genesis to Salvation.
Awful film.
I like Genesis and Salvation, but 3.
I like the first half of Salvation, is what I want.
Oh, the first half of Salvation. When Christian Bale's choppering in and they're firing the guns, that's sweet as fuck.
War of the Worlds.
And that big robot is attacking the gas station.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah. That's awesome.
I love that.
Up all the old, the people that are left.
It's great.
But they just go shit.
It does go a bit shit.
It's like, this is what I want, and then he goes, oh, this is what Hollywood wants you to want. And it's terrible.
What's the one after that?
Genesis.
Salvation. No.
Yeah, Salvation, then Genesis.
Dark Fate.
Didn't mind Dark Fate.
No, it was alright.
The one with what's her tits back in it.
Yeah, Sarah Connor.
Yeah, it's good. Got coconut on me crotch.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. What was his name? He was Carl, wasn't he? He was what did he do? He did something.
What, Carl Reese?
No, Carl.
Carl.
In Dark Fate. The Terminator was called Carl now, the family, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah, he was an ex-Terminator. He was.
Yeah.
He was an ex-Terminator.
Was he?
Yeah.
An exterminator.
Yeah, he's an exterminator.
He was one of
I
the
thought he did Drapes, Carl's Drapes, wasn't it? He was... No?
I'm pretty sure he was... I thought he was like, oh man, is that just a meme we've seen?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he made Drapes.
I thought he was like a bug killer, like an exterminator.
Anyway.
The
same company that...
Promobot.
I can't read from here.
Is on the lookout for a face for its humanoid robot assistant to work in hotels, shopping malls and other crowded places. The company is searching for a kind and friendly face, well that's me, I hope then.
You're just twisted by bitterness and resentment now.
Yeah. That is a versions of the robots.
I want to point out it was Mike's birthday on Wednesday and he's now 40.
Hey!
I want to point out, happy birthday, mate.
Cheers.
40, eh?
Well, he'd be dogging his babies with me the whole
in 7
year.
months.
It's me in 4. No.
A year and a bit.
I'm 39 in March.
Yeah,
Sweet as
me
fuck.
too.
Yay!
February.
Oh, the best people to born in March.
Fuck off.
The company is ready to pay £150,000, that's $200,000, to anybody willing to transfer the rights of their face and voice forever.
Ooh, that was what I was getting at. Right, in the uncut version of Genesis, no, not Genesis, Salvation,
Yeah.
they have Arnie making a cameo with a green beret, and they're like, this is, I can't remember his name, he's like Staff Sergeant, something like that. He's our most decorated soldier, and he does this awful, proper Southern American accent. Like proper hey y'all crap.
Hey, y'all.
And the scientist turns around and says, we can work on the voice. And so they look like the most decorated American soldier, but they worked on the voice to make it sound more evil. They give it a German voice. Austrian voice, sorry. What? Same thing, let's face it. Never trust an Austrian. Spent 80 years convincing you Hitler was German.
To be selected as the face of the army of robots, gender or age doesn't matter. People of all genders and races over 25 can apply by responding to a request and filling out a questionnaire on the company's website. The new robot with a selected person's face is slated to start its activities in 2023.
I'd do it. I'd love my face to be part of the robot apocalypse.
150 grand.
No, for 150 grand, I could knock off work a few years for that, couldn't I? I'll bang it away as a nice little retirement kitty and get some interest on it. You know? Maybe retire early. And every robot's going to have my face on it, which, being an egomaniac, I'll fucking love.
Yeah. The winning applicant...
It boosts his fragile little ego, wouldn't it, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not fragile anymore, Claire. It's solid like a rock.
The winning applicant will first have to take a 3D model of their face and body for the robot's external features.
I'd do it. Fuck it. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. All in.
They will then have to dictate at least 100 hours of speech material to copy your voice.
What the fuck? I'd say everything. Why not?
So, imagine if I was your
I want
butler.
Samuel L. Jackson, I do.
No, I'm your
Bad
butler.
motherfucker.
I'm your butler robot now. It's like, you alright, jockey? Time to get up. Hey, bist.
I'm Mr. Cocker.
Hey, bist, jockey. Time to get up. I think my soothing voice.
Your history channel voice.
My history
would go
channel
down
voice
quite well.
will go down quite well, as I think that, you know, as a robot is it'd be quite soothing.
Hello, sir. May I open the door for you?
Yeah, yes. Would you like to recite 6 hours on the history of the Third Reich?
Everyone would need 2 robots, one like you, Pet, and then one like me that would be like, yeah, let's go party!
No, because you... Claire, I don't want that first thing in the morning.
No. You'd obviously like activate that robot in the late afternoon when you needed to pick me up.
Yeah. I'll be woken up by a blowjob every morning.
You want Westworld, basically, don't you?
Well, I ain't being that fucking robot.
Oh God! I'm gonna fucking put. Hello, Michael.
Oh my God! What a nightmare.
Good morning, Michael. Would you like your morning ablutions?
Would you like your usual alarm?
Would you like me to use my left or my right?
I'm assuming that the robot's I'm no longer at your face, Ben.
We've all got my face in this scenario.
Oh, no.
You can
I'll
always
buy one then.
You can always make it up with a bit of lipstick and put a wig on it.
Putting Lippy on a pig, though, innit?
Pigs are beautiful animals. They're better than a dodo. or an ostrich, an emu. Then pigs are better than any kind of bird. I'll give you that. Pigs can be attractive. Pigs are beautiful creatures.
Who the fuck are you, David Cameron's fucking
Okay.
publicist?
Here first, let's report on New Year's Eve.
If I don't end up with a pig on New Year's Eve, I'll eat my hat.
Moving on.
Moving on, Pete.
Yeah, so scientists successfully built tiny robots that can reproduce on their own. Shut the front door. Yeah. So a team of scientists from the University of Vermont have discovered a new form of reproduction in computer design organisms, or CDOs, that they had created earlier. In this new form of replication, these robots ingest single-cell organisms and release babies that look and move like them.
How fucking
Said
frightening
a
is that?
university
Terrible.
press release.
It's terrible.
So they could take one of our cells and reproduce
Yeah.
them.
As a robot.
So basically, robots are going to start eating people and having babies. That's what that
Yeah.
tells. That's what that tells me in a nutshell.
I agree fully.
If it goes from a small robot that's like microscopic almost, but eats a single cell, that tells you if they make the similar kind of robot technology people size,
This
it's
is
going to eat
Terminator shit.
people and
This is
reproduce,
This is Terminator.
poo out little people that will eat and poo out more.
How
Yeah.
do we know that's not happening now with the old COVID bullshit?
I don't know. It's either Terminator or Attack on Titan.
So after designing these cells, the scientists were able to activate new sensors and motors on them and even produce them faster. But like all living cells, these robots hit a roadblock in death. A few days after they were manufactured, the cells inside the 0.7mm organisms would begin to die, ultimately leading to their death. So the team wondered if there was a way they could get the organism itself to reproduce. They posed the question to the Deep Green supercomputer cluster at the University of Vermont in a form of evolution algorithm.
I don't like that. Why is evolution an algorithm now? Why is the Deep Green supercomputer cluster deciding our fucking future all of a sudden?
Doesn't that sound like that big supercomputer in Terminator?
Yes. Fucking Skynet.
Skynet, yeah.
Don't give machines questions about human evolution because they'll go, it's illogical. All these humans are prone to kill themselves. We'll just do it for them. Every single time. I'll guarantee you every single fucking time. We're a warlike species and eventually we will kill ourselves. The machine will just do it faster for us to put us out of our fucking misery in its own eyes.
Wasn't Google launched the day that Skynet was meant to become operational?
Cool.
That might be an urban legend, but it also might be true. I don't know.
And they used to have a clause in their mission statement, didn't they? It said "Don't be evil," and recently they've removed it.
That's right. They have done that.
They've removed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't be evil. They took it out.
You want to be evil, obviously.
To be evil. You're right there, Ben.
I didn't even touch that.
Things are jumping off the side.
So they used loads of different shapes, and the shape they came up with, basically the shape of Pac-Man.
Yep.
So the scientists designed parent Xenobots, or Xenobots, in the shape of Pac-Man inside a petri dish. These bots could then swim out to individual cells and gather hundreds of them at a time. After staying in parent Xenobot Pac-Man-like mouths for a few days, these cells transformed into new baby Xenobots that moved and acted as the parent.
Well,
That's just the start, isn't it?
Your body's going to be full of Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So obviously these parents built children, who built grandchildren, who built great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Said Sam Kriegman.
Yep.
The lead author of the study explained how the design gave rise to generations of Xenobots. These are frog cells replicating in a way that is very different to how frogs do it. No animal on a planet to science replicates in this way.
Well, that's terrifying. You just created a whole new way of fucking stuff replicating.
Yeah.
No animal in science does that. We create this thing that does. Fuck me.
That
Look at
is
that.
pretty messed
Burn,
up right there.
burn it with fire. Just burn it with fire. You don't want that.
Playing God, innit?
I don't want Terminator Future. I don't want to have to be the leader of the human resistance like Mom told me I would be. I don't want it.
Better than what we got at the moment, innit? Come on, it'd be a little bit more fun, innit?
Alright.
Well, it's all fun and games until the robot's ripping out your spine.
Yeah.
It is. But at the same time,
I'll go
You're
back
Mad
in
Max
future. I'll go
until
back.
someone's ripping out your spine.
I'll go back to the past for you, mate, and shag some woman and
you're not me, Mum.
be your dad.
It's not good.
And be your dad.
You're
Don't
going to go
worry.
back to like 1981 and
That
not
means
fine, mate.
Ben's got to be John Connor.
And what better person? I got a cool eye scar. He's always got that cool scar on his face, hasn't he, John Connor?
Yeah.
In every iteration of that movie, he's always got a cool scar. Let's not forget that.
Just to show that he's been
He's been through some shit.
Yeah, man, he's been through it.
Yeah.
You just want it for the scar now.
No, not just a scar. Lead
That could be
with,
arranged now. Go on.
maybe that's how I get it.
I just want to go back to 1981 and bang Sarah Connor when she was hot.
You want to bang my mom when she was hot?
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
Yep.
We've all been there, believe me. It's not worth it.
I'd imagine she's adequate. I don't know. We're going to go with adequate.
Let's just say you get what you pay for.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, you're the one that hasn't raised the prices in years.
You know that my mum sometimes listens to this. She's going to kick your ass. And she will kick your ass.
On that note.
On that note, my mum, my 68-year-old mother, can kick Mike's ass.
Yeah, probably can.
I've been Ben. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Where else are we? Spotify, YouTube, Apocalypse Ball. We are cutting to the ball in the PTA on Facebook
SoundCloud.
and SoundCloud.
No, not Facebook.
Facebook, cutting to the ball in the Post with Apocalypse on
He
Facebook.
never gets it right, has he?
Never
4
do.
years, he's never got it right.
Nope, never. I
Still
refuse
fucks it up
to.
every time.
I am. The worst of it is I'm fucking up and I'm the true professional. I'm an investigative
Oh,
journalist.
just get on with it. Sign off.
I'm in Ben. You can laugh for the next 11 days if you want to. I don't care. Kim Jong-il doesn't care. Rebel, North Korea.
So Christmassy. Right,
Fuck you and fuck Christmas, all of you.
Thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you, and Merry Christmas. Even though it isn't the Christmas episode.
I know, yeah, it's the one after the Christmas episode, but
It's a Christmas party.
Yeah.
it's a few days for Christmas now.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, don't drink too much Baileys.
I've been Pete. Merry Christmas to all.
Fuck Christmas.
Shut up.